from the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. So that one will be accepted. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 85 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go running.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is Ingram. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, is... From the gun, it's Jackson. Under pressure. pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the third time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually...
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Dalton got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And out across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
On second and 7, Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. Andy Dalton now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Be ready, be ready. Hey, check right now.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. To throw on third down, Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's...
Again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run with Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, visit, bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal.
A 31-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he only manages a couple. From the 38, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw here, Dalton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. To try again after the sack. Jackson. Snead's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got him in. It's Brown. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards.
To put a dent in their confidence, and you know you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays, but with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd and a yard. Jackson dancing to his left. He almost had it. The big D-line. And it falls down incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI. So, oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's been a long day for you. 58 to my.
The final act of the 1st half. Dalton, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. Nico Hardman, the intended target. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now left side on the swing pass. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But now it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Andy Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Dalton. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Steps away to his left. Taking a deep shot here for... It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Dalton bootlegs out. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down. And Dalton to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. Open man is Ross, complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Dalton, and Eifert has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And able to... So Dalton now. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Watch the safety creep.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw again is Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Passing, it's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it's going to be 2nd down. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On the move to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Jackson being chased out left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Sam Cook now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And now to the air. Dalton got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Andy Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. So the final seconds tick away.
Concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball